With every Star Wars movie comes a handful of unique alien creatures, so today I'll be going through all the notable and new species introduced in Solo: A Star Wars Story. The movie opens up on Corellia with the White Worm Gang. Their leader is Lady Proxima, and one of her top enforcers is called Moloch. Although they look different, they are both members of the Grindelid species. Moloch is just younger and has practiced walking like a humanoid. Their homeworld had a dense atmosphere that filtered out sunlight, so the sun of Corellia was dangerous to them. Whenever Moloch ventured out of the Corellian sewers, he wore protective armor. The White Worms had at their disposal a kennel of Corellian hounds. Like many real dogs, they were fast creatures with an excellent sense of smell. There were many breeds of Corellian hounds, but the ones seen in the film were specifically bred to hunt and attack. Moving on to Mimban, it was the home of several sentient species, but the only ones seen in the film are the Mimbanese. Not much is known about them because they were seemingly able to disappear and reappear in the mud of their planet. They had red skin and large, unblinking eyes that helped them see where they normally lived underground. Back in the Clone Wars, the Galactic Republic sent the 224th Clone Division to help the Mimbanese fight against the Separatists. The clones trained the natives in warfare and provided them with weapons that they now use against the Empire. In the midst of the fighting, Han meets an Ardenian named Rio Durant. As of right now, we know almost nothing about the species except they had 4 arms, were from the planet Ardenia, and enjoyed eating Minox. On Dryden's yacht, we meet his security team made up of Hylaban Muscle. Again, we know very little about them except for the fact that physical domination was a strong social trait within their society. The singing alien on the yacht is a Galusian named Lulio Primarch, and Dryden's concierge is an Imrusian named Margot. We don't know anything about Lulio, but Margot was from a volcanic planet, and her species' skin was resistant to heat. While we're talking about creatures that appear without much more information, let's go through the Sabacc game on Vandor. Argus Six-Eyes Panox was an Azumel. The twins, Lark and Jonk, were Danzican. Kind of like Fode and Bede, they were a single organism with 2 heads. The big guy, or Big Eye, was an Octoroid whose real name was Glaucus. Deva Casimam was an Elnicon who breathed ammonia and required the helmet to survive. And of course, there is Therm Scissorpunch, the lobster-like man who belonged to the Nephran species. Moving on to Kessel, we meet Quay Tulsite, a member of the Pike Syndicate. The Pikes are technically not new to Star Wars, having been introduced in the Clone Wars, but they are new to the big screen. They were from the planet Obadiah, which was just outside the Kessel Run. They were tall and slim, often seen wearing helmets and masks like Quay. They seemed to enjoy sampling the spice that they traded off of Kessel. And finally, let's talk about Dryden Voss. All we know about his species is that he is near human. The lines on his face are part of his physiology, and they change color depending on his mood. Leland Chi on Twitter hinted that he could be the same species as Nare from the Freemaker Adventures. But those are all the major new creatures and species seen in Solo: A Star Wars Story. If you've got a favorite of the bunch, let me know in the comments, and stay on the lookout for more videos like this covering the movie. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.